Okay, so welcome back. We are back with the bronze class. We just had the copper class racing in Tata's Formula 4 cars here at Dubai. I'm going to say here at Dubai. I'm going to pretend we're at Dubai. And now we got the bronze class. And bronze class, they're going to be racing in GT4 cars. We're at round 2, of course. We've had one round already. My name's Alex Young, and of course there's Ammo Hazik here with me. And before we get into the bronze class, let's have a look at the championship positions, shall we? So, at the top, Juro Cruz is winning this race at the moment after only one round, but it's kind of close up there. Got Francis Matrillo, who was a Copper Class winner from the previous Global Edition. Edward Wong is up there as well. Jonathan Takumi Lee in 4th position, and Axel Nocom in 5th from the Philippines. Going through the Nations Cup, Malaysia has a big lead at the moment. This is the cup that we look at all the different divisions, so that's bronze, silver, copper and gold. So we combine the points from all, and you can see Malaysia has a big lead there over Philippines and Singapore. Likewise, again in the Teams Cup, where we take points from all 4 classes, Sim Racing Filipinas, who are the champions from the Global Edition in Global Edition 3, had a really good lead right now, and it looks like they're going to be hard to beat this over the next 4 races. Stratus Motorsport in 2nd, and Tedco Project Moo Racing in 3rd. Just in case you're wondering what the drivers look like, these are the top 3. Juro Cruz, like we said, is winning with Francis Matrillo in 2nd, both of them from the Philippines. Edward Wong from Malaysia in 3rd. I believe he's based in England, and somehow the ping is not too bad and is still able to race quite quick with us. Okay, we're at the practice sessions now. Like we said, we're at Dubai. These are GT4 cars. What do they like to drive, Ammo?
Compared to GT3 cars, a bit sluggish, and the fact that they seem to feel like they have more weight compared to GT3 cars, so you're gonna have to feel like you need to be patient with their pace, and you're gonna have to really find the time to get the momentum right, because once you lose the momentum, that's it, you lose lap time. So these cars are all about the momentum and all about the speed as you can carry through the corners.
Yeah, so we're looking at Nazir Osman here. He's in the Porsche. Not the most popular car. I think pretty much everyone prefers a BMW, but we have seen that Porsche be quick.
Indeed. In fact, we saw last time out, the Lotus was also right up there. So they're going against the grain and the meta to actually get into the offbeat cars, shall we say, to challenge against the BMWs. But overall, the BMWs are the most preferable cars for this class this season as well. And indeed, from when the last time we actually raced these in Season 1. So some things never change, and certainly the BMWs are still in favour. Yeah, well, here we have Chuck Van Der in the BMW. We've seen how quick he can be. He's finished on the podium several times. Juro Cruz, the championship leader, he's in the pit lane right now. He's in the Lotus, like you mentioned. Was he in the... I thought he was in the... can't remember what car he was in. I think it was Porsche. I think he was in the Porsche. Matrillo was in the Lotus, wasn't he? Oh, yes. Francis Matrillo, he did quite well. There he is in the pit lane. That's him in the Lotus, in the black and white Lotus. A couple of other KTM cars there as well. But yes, most of them, this is 3rd place in the championship right now. Edward Wong, most of them prefer the BMW. Seems to be a bit of an easier car to drive. It's definitely a little bit quicker down the straights compared to the KTM and the Lotus. Yeah, but unfortunately, this is where the BMWs will definitely struggle slightly through the corners, because of the despite the grunt that they have through the straights, they just can't seem to plant it through the corners, and that's where the Lotus and indeed the Porsche can actually have the advantage. Yeah. But nonetheless, everyone still prefers the BMW for out and out overall speed around the straights and how its versatility. So BMW really have produced a good car here for this particular class. Okay. All right. So this is we've seen a bit of the track, we've seen a bit of the cars. Why don't we take a lap? We have an actual onboard lap with Mikko Nasi. He'll be driving the Gold class later in the DTM cars. DTM cars are a bit faster than the GT4 cars, but you get an idea of what it's like to drive the track.
Alright, welcome to the Dubai Autodrome. I'll be taking you around for a lap here. I'll do my best to keep it on the track. So starting with the start-finish straight here, one of the rare opportunities to have a proper breather, and also use your DRS and push to pass if you have them. We start going downhill for turn 1 here, braking around the 100 meter board, and turning early enough to try to get some of the curb on the inside, shorten the track. Bit of curve there on the left-hander as well, and very important to turn nice and early here for the double right. If you don't, you end up really struggling and understeering wide. Fairly firm on the brakes there. And pay attention here because the corner seems to tighten forever. And then we get a little bit of an easy corner, and then again a really tricky entry into the very, very important turn 9 because you've got a really long straight coming up. Probably one of the best overtaking places as well. Get a good exit from there, and then DRS past the other guy on the straight. Looking for the 100-meter board or just before here. Very tricky corner again, especially with all the power we have in these cars. Left-hander here, it's easy not to remember that it opens up a lot on the exit, sorry. Easy to lose a lot of time there being too careful in the power. And super difficult corner here on the exit because you've got a bit of a crash just when you want to get on the power. Car goes light and the rears light up super easily. And coming up to the final sector here. Braking around the 50-meter board and then patiently letting the car turn in. And just breathing off the throttle a tiny bit for the penultimate corner. And third gear for the final corner. You can use second gear as well, but then you risk spinning out more than I was just about to spin out there. So, super difficult to control the car on those exits. And it's going to make for a tough 40-minute race. Thanks for watching my lap. Enjoy the race.
Well, thank you, Mikko Nasi. Good lap in the DTM car. We will see him up in the Gold class. That starts at 4 o'clock. And he's one of the favorites. He finished runner-up in the last Global Edition. Very, very quick driver. I know he's been pretty busy with a lot of other simulator racing this week as well. Did the E1 Championship. So I'm not sure how much practice he's been able to do in the DTM car at Dubai. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pull out a result.
Yep. And indeed, the fact that a lot of those drivers who compete in E1 will actually definitely do this GOAT race for today. So
yeah.
Interesting to see how they can turn around from driving ultra-fast FRX 17 cars to somewhat akin to a single-seater where it's a DTM where you sit in the center of the car. So it's like a closed-top cockpit.
Yeah.
But it's like an F1 car with a closed-top cockpit. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they can turn around different driving styles there.
Yeah. So at the moment, though, back with the GT4 cars, Nazir Asman's still quickest, and I hope he does well because I think he's got the best coloured car in the field. This red with the white stripes really does look nice, and especially when all the other cars are BMWs, it gets a bit boring. So Asman looking pretty quick. Choc Fun, going through the smoke there in the yellow BMW. He's third quickest. Jorio Cruz is out there as well. Brother of Janelli Cruz, and he's having a good job there. He's P3, that's right. He's winning the championship, isn't he? And he's in a Porsche.
Yep. And again, he's going against the meta here to drive a car that is not exactly the strongest among the manufacturers that we have in GT4. But it's nice to see that it's a non-BMW car up in front, so that the BMWs can have something to chase.
Yeah. It's interesting enough that I think the Porsches are going quite well at Dubai because they're right now 1 and 3, with BMW 2 and 4. Mohammed Zikri's in 4th position, 4th quickest at the moment. Of course, this is just practice. The guys will be doing, some of them will be doing quality laps, some of them will be doing race runs as they measure the tyre wear. And he has a spin.
That's how he doesn't do much of that during the race.
Yeah, that's a nice big spin out of turn 11. Lights up the wheels as he goes back. But and then he spins again. This is just for us, I think. He's doing a little drifting course.
I'll say hi to the camera, Zikri, but he doesn't have time to dwell on that. He goes out for another run, but it's not enough time for him. He's only got a minute left to go before we start qualifying proper. Nonetheless, he is he's in 4th right now, about 6/10 behind Jorio Cruz, who is exactly just almost a 10th up on Nazir Asman. So as a Porsche 1-2, in practice, we have not seen the full potential of the BMWs just by yet. But having said that, it's nice to see that the Porsches can challenge the BMWs at this particular racetrack.
Well, like you said, it is practice. We won't really know. They have a saying in motorsports: when the flag stops, the stuff stops. The yeah, the stuff stops anyway. I'm not going to say it on there. So yeah, we will know really the proper pace when we get to qualifying. Tire wear is ×2. Do the drivers have to watch out for tire wear here? Is this a tire wear track?
Quite actually, because especially in the first part of the lap, you can really put a lot of punishment onto the right side of the tires. But then later on in the lap, sectors 2 and 3, you can get a bit of an even spread because the right side of the tires get a lot of the load when you turn like through these left-handers. So it could be evenly spread. But if you really push those tires at the front, at the first part of the lap in the first sector, then you're gonna have to really worry on your left-hand side. So it's a dichotomy here. Any one of those sides of the tires can easily wear out faster if you were to actually drive over aggressively.
Yeah. So tire wear is set at ×2. Not too bad. I think drivers can make the whole 15 minutes races last. We have 2 races, don't forget. 15 minute for race 1 and a reverse grid race 2. Again 15 minutes. But let's go with qualifying, and let's go with the championship leader, Jorio Cruz.
Now then, we saw just now the onboard light with Miko Nassi, how much of commitment you need to put in some of these corners. You can't really do that much here with Porsche, with the GT4 cars, mind you, because you need to have the momentum. You cannot scrub the speed, the valuable speed that these cars are so needing to actually get a fast lap around here. So here we go with Jorio Cruz here coming to the first corner. A bit of a tight line on the inside, shall we say. He went really narrow. Oh, he spins it. So there goes that flying lap. We can move on to another guy. And another guy is in another Porsche with Nazir Azman in a really, really nice looking red and white and black combination. Really love the colors. Through the S's here. We have not seen any benchmark times so far. We saw around the 2 minute and 6s there just now with the Porsche of Nazir Azman and Jorio Cruz. So we have to wait and see what the BMWs can do. But for now, Porsche's out on top from practice.
Yeah. Now Nazir Azman there coming onto this very important turn 9. It's such a long corner, the most important corner on the track. A, because you're in that corner for so long, so you really need to make sure you get good drive out of it. B, the exit's very important because it leads onto this long back straight, over a kilometer long, and you need to know if you can't get a good exit out there, you get all this lap time all the way down the straight. Now braking for turn 11, turn 11. Going through the left-hander now. Which is turn 11 onto turn 12. This is where we saw one of the cars spin earlier on. Turn 12 is a very, very tight hairpin. You just gotta really be patient, not be too greedy as you jump on the throttle. Otherwise, you won't get a good exit and you end up on the outside of that corner. Now, this next corner, turn 13, is easy flat in these cars before going for turn 14. To turn 14, another tricky corner, really super long. Got to carry the speed, got to keep the minimums up. He missed the apex there. It's a very late apex and he just missed it. That will cost him some lap time. Now we're on the penultimate corner of the track, turn 15, before turn 16. Turn 16, another good, important corner to get a good exit. You want to be early in the throttle. But he missed. He's gone for the later turn-in, but he's ended up missing the apex, and that's going to cost him quite a bit of time. This would be a decent lap, but it won't be good enough for pole. Oh, it is good enough for pole. I'm going to eat my shorts. Nazir Azman puts it on pole. I thought he had a bit of a messy third sector there, but wow, good job there. 2:08.5 wasn't as quick as his lap in practice, however, but he'll be quite happy with that. Jorio Cruz though is coming across the line now. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Chuck Van Pan goes quickest,
and in a BMW.
And he's in a BMW. So well done to Chuck Van.
Yeah, it was only about a 10th in it between the first two drivers so far with Sorry, gotta get the names right because it is either one of the two cruisers. It is Jorio, and he is now restarting his lap. In fact, he's the exact same time as Nazir Azman within the thousands of a second. So 1:57.
Wow.
It's in the exact same time. 2 minute 8.539. So the exact same time. But Nazir gets the second place for now because he says his lap time earlier.
Yeah, so that was very exciting. So Chuck Fun right now, he was able to take pole position. He's still in a quick lap. Let's see what this lap time is of this end of this first sector. I'm sure he's going to go quicker. First lap always tends to be a bit of a banker, and especially with the copper class, they always go quicker on the second lap. So we see he's but he's outside of sector 1 time. He's just half a tenth out. He's still within striking range though. Here comes Nazir Azman. Azman has had a big mistake on the first sector. He's 5/10ths down. That's not really going to improve. But Jorio Cruz, he's just starting his lap, so we'll come back to him in a sec. But let's watch his brother, Jorio Cruz. Oh, Jorio Cruz has just restarted his lap as well. I don't think you have time to finish it though. Nope. So it's going to come down to Jorio Cruz right now and Chok Fan Pang, I feel. Chok Fan though, he's within striking range to improve his time. He's only 600s or 61 thousandths down on his previous time. So let's see what he does as he comes to the end of sector 2. Oh, it's down again, only 2300s. So that's pretty close indeed. Maybe if he has a really good third sector, he can improve. But Nazir Azman, he's going to come across the line, and he doesn't improve. He does not improve. So let's go back to Jorio Cruz right now. He's still got quite a bit to go. But he's purple in sector 1. Purple in sector 1. That's really good. Chok Fan, though, he's coming across the last corner now. Let's see if he can find a little bit of improvement, because Jorio Cruz is on a quicker lap, and he's only a 10th down on the pole sitter at the moment.
He went faster by over a 10th.
Wow, what a great last sector. So, Jorio Cruz, if he's going to take pole position, he's got to find some time. He's within striking distance, though. He's only a 10th down on the pole lap of Chok Fan. So Chok Fan has pole for now, but if Jorio Cruz has a stunning last sector and we're in the penultimate corner, he can snatch pole position. Now through the last corner, oh, gotta get to the apex, gotta get early in the throttle. He comes out of the last corner. He's got a short sprint to the line. Will feel like forever as he comes across the line. Will he go quickest? P2. Oh, only a 10th down. Wow, Amarzik. Chok Fan holds on for pole position.
Wow, wait, that's a very close qualifying session. In fact, it's closer than what I expected it to be, because I thought it was going to be a bit more spread out, but Chok Fan manages to clutch it by over just close to a 10th ahead of Jorio Cruz, with Nazir Azman in the second in Porsches in third, and another Filipino with Francis Angelo Gonzalez, the rest of the BMWs in fourth, with fifth the other Cruz, Gianelli. So we got a good race on our hands here, Alex.
It's going to be a stunning race. We've seen some really great races in the past. Bronze class, I think the last one. Remember, we had that drag to the line as well. So you're right. It's going to be very close. Let's hope for a clean first few laps, because sometimes they get a bit excited and the leader gets hit off and then, you know, it's not able to compete. But there's definitely good 4 cars here capable of winning.
Indeed. And the fact that it's nice to see is an evenly spread between the Porsches and BMWs. We saw, like, as I say again, the meta is the BMW car for some reason, that it's actually better than the Porsche and the KTM and the Lotus. But the Porsche there is no slouch, and we can see a very competitive race here, as we have only about less than 20 seconds to go before the start of the race.
That's right, start of the race coming up. I'm with you guys. Ammo, take us through the start.
Right, now then, this is round 2 for the ERGP Global Edition Bronze class here at Dubai Autodrome. Race 1, we got the lights here on the gantry, waiting for them to illuminate. They come on now, and when they go out, the race here is underway, and it's a good start there for Jorio Cruz. Jorio Cruz gets the jump on Chok Fan Pang, and Nazir Azman gets a really terrible start there. He's being swamped by the rest of the midfield, but it's Jorio Cruz who gets a good jump at the start. Who's gonna get the whole shot here? Jorio Cruz does. We thought that the second phase of the start, Chok Fan's gonna get back at him, but no. It's the Porsche who leads ahead of the BMW as another BMW spins in the infield of the first corner, as the rest of the field stream through here, through sector 1. It is a good start for Jorio Cruz. That's the start that he wanted. Now, he has to hold on to it for the rest of the race if he was to have any chance of... oh, we got someone going off there big time. Looks like Jonathan Camilio. It's oh no, it's the brother of the other Cruz, it's Gianelli, and he's over a Porsche right behind. So a disastrous start there for the other Cruz, with one Cruz in front, the other Cruz at the back.
Wow, yes, very good start there. So Gianelli goes to the back, but Jorio Cruz, he is a championship leader, so he holds on to the front at the moment. Of the 2 brothers, this is the guy that's going for the championship.
Yeah, indeed, he stands a good chance there of extending his championship lead at the front. But Chok Fan Pang will actually have second thoughts about that. He will try to get at him. In fact, he gets him now. Comes out to the inside. Dive bombs. But that might be too late. And that's... Oh no, he spins it. Drops it right in the midfield. Can he get back? No. He has to wait and wait before he can get back. And that's disaster there for Chok Fan Pang. The pace setter from the qualifying session is now right in the midfield.
Oh, clumsy. But that's allowed Jorio Cruz to have a small bit of gap now. And his fellow countryman, Francis Angelo Gonzalez, in second position. So he's come from nowhere. Great job by the Filipino. Jonathan Takumi Lee's in third position as well. And then these 3 have got a bit of a gap to the guys in front, to the guys in fourth position.
Yep, indeed. And while we're looking at Angelo Gonzalez here, it's a Filipino 1-2 right now with Jorio Cruz. He might want to try his best to defend his fellow countryman, but as we said before, the smiling assassin, he might be smiling now, but deep inside that mind of his, he is going for it. And the BMW here is an armada right behind Jorio Cruz, so he can't relax just about yet. There's still 12 and a half minutes left to go.
Wow, so this is really strange. Normally, you're right, he's fully all about the smiles. He's not smiling at the moment, so obviously he is a little bit concerned about what's happening. And he is in second position. He's got to watch out for the guy. Takumi Lee's right there in third position, though, so have to watch out for that.
Wow, so it's a bit spread now because due to the kerfuffles that happened in the first lap. Takumi Lee out of nowhere, because we didn't see him right up there in qualifying, but he's certainly right up here in the race, and he's on the rostrum at the present moment, pressuring Angelo Gonzalez, who likewise pressuring his fellow countryman Jorio Cruz. So right now it's a bit single file. We have not seen any maneuvers after that first lap, so these drivers are probably settling into the race because they know that 2 times tie wear. They won't want to overdo the tires here, since it can be quite severe if you go into the puncture zones.
Oh, so Nazir Asman there trying to recover from that poor start, and now going down the inside of him. Is that Yannick David or is that Mutic? LJ Mutic is actually taking that position taking it back, shall we say, from Nazir Asman. But Asman, he's not going to give that up. Coming down the start-finish straight, he's looking down the inside. Mutic is not covering the inside, strangely enough. And Asman, super late on the brake. Does he make the apex? He does! Super clean move. Well done. Good job by the Malaysian.
Yep, recovering from a bad start as Yevon David gets a slowdown penalty. Right behind him is actually Yannick, his brother. So we're not going to be confused by that anymore. As here's Yannick here on the inside of Zikri, and he takes 7th away from Zikri, who's now under pressure from Zati Orate, who's actually joined this race as well.
Yeah, so that's his brother, Yevon David there. It could be Yannick, actually. No, I think it is Yannick. Looks like him. Very hard to tell, of course. The brothers all look very, very similar. But yes, holding on to that position for now. He's only, I think, 11 years old. So good to see the kids, Sri Lankan, but based in Singapore, doing so well. But just behind him, Zikri there. Look at that, fighting with Arate as they come through the last corner. Back at the front, though. Wow, I got to tell you something. Takumi Lee is now all over the back of Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez now has to watch his rearview mirrors. We don't have a view of him right now, but he'll definitely be not smiling when he sees another BMW right behind him coming in hot and fast. Takumi Lee goes onto the inside here. He ducks back in.
Tries to switch back. Oh, Gonzalez uses a bit of extra track to hold on to that position. It's right on the limit, isn't it?
A bit naughty there, yeah. I think he might just get a few incident points for that. Takumi Lee might be a bit hard done by that because he had to move, but Gonzalez had the position back due to the fact he used a bit of extra bit of track to get back the position.
Yeah. So, well, let's watch this next corner. This next corner for Francis and Gonzalez is going to be interesting because Gonzalez sometimes goes a bit wide there, and you've seen drivers come down the inside, but no, he keeps it easy, covers the inside, gets a good exit as well. He's dropped Takumi just on the exit of this corner.
A better line there. Whoa, that's Nazir Asman there under attack from Elije Mutuc. He actually overtook Mutuc last time out, but we're focusing here on the battle for second. Now we go back to the battle for fifth. There, Asman's on the inside, Mutuc on the outside, but I think Nazir Asman will get that defense done. Oh, Mutuc goes around the outside even further there. He might have the inside line coming to the next corner. No, Asman holds on for dear life for fifth place, and he does.
Yeah. So Asman just needs to calm down a bit. He's got the pace to run at the front. Yes, he had a bad start, but he's looking a bit messy at the moment, and it's allowing the others to just get back at him.
Yep, and now back up to the battle for third. This is Jonathan Takumi Lee. Jonathan there knows he had the pace there coming up to the back of Angelo Gonzalez. In fact, Angelo Gonzalez seems to be struggling in the second sector. The first part of the lap, the first sector, he seemed to be fast. In fact, coming up through the banking, through turn 9, he actually got the jump on Takumi Lee. But now Takumi Lee is even stronger coming through the second and third sector. So this battle for second is now over yet as Jorio Cruz eases away up in front. We now go back to third. Here's Jonathan Takumi Lee on the inside. Again, he gets a better run coming out of the last corner. He is in the slipstream, whatever slipstream they have between these cars, because the aerodynamic effects are not so potent compared to Formula cars. He swings around the outside. Will he try a similar move like last time out? No. Gonzalez holds his brake firm this time. but he gets on the inside. A bit naughty there.
That is naughty.
And unfortunately for Jonathan, we caught it on stream. So the stewards might have to look into that if he makes a mistake. Oh, a bit of a touch there. Touring car style between Gonzalez and Takumi Lee. So this battle for second, they are doing it a bit dirty. As watching brief is Chris Chong. So if anything would happen between these two, he's up to a good position on the rostrum.
Yeah, it's good to see the fight though. Oh, look at that. See, Jonathan's going to look down the inside here. Nope, Gonzalez covers the inside nicely. At the front though, Jorio Cruz is just serene, just easy peasy at the moment for him. But you feel if they stop fighting so hard behind him, that maybe the guys... Oh, look at that, Nazar Azman.
That's a big one, and that's Nazar Azman in the wall. So he got a touch there from Elije Mutuc. Flick spins and round, and luckily the damage is not too severe. The car still has its rear bumper and indeed its rear wing. But that might just incur the wrath of the stewards again for one of these drivers for such clumsy contact.
Yeah. So I think he lost it on his own, to be honest. I just glanced up, and the lap before he had a moment out of there, I think, and again he had another moment, and unfortunately he couldn't recover it. So that's going to drop Azman all the way down. The man that was quickest in practice.
Well, for his consolation, he's going to start further up in the second race, wherever he is going to finish. Maybe around 14th. I think it's the same one as bronze class, where pole sitter will get to start on. Sorry, driver who finished 14th will start on pole.
Looking at Mohamed Zikri here, he's down in 8th position. Oh, watching the cars in front of all BMWs in the shot at the moment, and the cars in front of him, Chokfan and Yannick David. Oh, they're really getting into it. So that's allowing Zikri to look at coming on the inside. He goes to the outside now. Whoa, really blocking the inside is Yannick David there, not allowing any space. And now they're coming out. Let's see, the slipstream is going to be super strong now. Look, Chokfan goes to the inside. And where's Zikri going to go? This is really tough for him to decide where to go. Will he go to the outside? He has to go to the outside. There's no more space on the inside. 3 abreast as they come through this corner.
Wow. Oh, that is almost British touring car style. And the winner of all that, surprisingly, is Yannick David. He was being swamped, and Chop Van Pan has to concede back his position. In fact, he has to stay 7th, with Zikri now right behind him. And Adrian Ferguson joins the battle. So this is a 4-way now between the Bavarian cars.
Well, Yannick David did a really good job there. He was getting swamped by 2 cars, one on one side, the other car on the other side. He didn't overcook it in the braking. The other 2 cars were too aggressive. They braked too late and allowed Yannick to just get back through. And he now holds 6th position. Can he break away now from the battle behind him? That is the question.
Now, judging by how close they are, I hardly doubt it, because if you're within that, underneath a second gap, maybe around 3/10, it's hard to get away from the drivers behind us. Jonathan Camilli still working on Francis Angelo Gonzalez. He has the line this time. He's going to get the inside coming out of the hairpin, but no. Gonzalez shuts the door firmly and cleanly as well, actually. He got the momentum coming out of the hairpin and still somehow surprisingly holds on to second. But their low-hanging fruit is right in front. Jorio Cruz is not that far away. So these two can actually work together and not really going at a hammer and tongs. They might be on the back of Jorio Cruz in the closing stages of this race. But so far, so good for Jorio. He's been driving very well after actually getting the whole shot from the start. It was a very good start to get a jump on Chok Fompan, and now he's actually reaping the rewards so far.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if Takumi Lee can get the overtake on Gonzalez. Oh, down the inside. They're going to have some more contact. That's okay. Now through the penultimate corner. Oh, Takumi Lee is going to go around all the way around the outside. Is he going to give space? I'm not sure if Gonzalez gave him space. Bit aggressive from Gonzalez, to be honest. Now out of the last corner here. So they're going to get the slipstream. Gonzalez is going to go down the inside again. We'll see where we go. But yeah, it looks like it's going to keep going and going between these battles. I feel Takumi Lee has the pace to cruise up to Janelli Cruz if he can just get past Gonzalez.
Yep, and but unfortunately Gonzalez is just he's a bit of an Asian steel gate right in front of him. Just nowhere to go right now. And Takumi Lee might just get even more frustrated seeing the back of this car for so many laps.
So if I was Takumi, I'd have gone, okay, I've looked down the outside of Gonzalez 3 laps in a row right now, and he always breaks early for turn 1. So, and Takumi's trying to do the switchback, but Gonzalez is wise to that. So if I was Takumi, I'd be going, okay, he's braking early, he knows about the switchback, I'm going to go around the outside. So this next lap, if Takumi's in the same position, I hope he just brakes 10 meters later and tries to hang it around the outside at turn 1.
He'll be on the loose stuff, and that will be quite dangerous as well, because we saw quite a few drivers trying to go around the outside in the copper classes just now, they could easily go offline. And we saw if you outbrake yourself, you're gonna spin into the crowd. So
Yeah.
Tukumili has to be aware of that. We saw that the moves can be done on turn 1, but when you're in two equal cars, it's not easy. And
Well, that's why they're called heroes when they pull off those sort of moves. He's got to
Yeah.
try it. I think that's the only because Gonzalez is not very good out the last corner, and I think that's got to be his best opportunity. Oh, but having said that, Gonzalez runs wide.
I think 50 might have been too lenient, Alex, because they're really abusing the track limits here.
Whoa!
Whoa! That's a touch there from Takumi Lee, and Takumi Lee goes round. So
Oh,
that's the end of
no.
the battle for second there. And Takumi Lee had the line to go the inside, but unfortunately had to tap for Angelo Gonzalez, and he sent himself around. So that's the end of that
Shame.
battle. But now he has to deal with a Singaporean this time, Chris Chong, who's been quiet this whole race. Will now try to get second place away from Francis Angelo Gonzalez.
Yeah, shame about that. That was such a shame. But yes, Jonathan just a bit clumsy there. But now, like you said, Chris Chong in the blue BMW, it's his chance. Can he somehow make the overtake as he comes through the last corner? He's all over the back of Gonzalez at the moment. Oh, doesn't get the exit though, and I think Francis is going to hold on to that.
Yep, and we're coming. This is probably now the last lap of the race because it's only about a minute 53. We saw that the lap times were around 2 minutes 7. So, Joriel Cruz, who's right up in front, serenely cruising to a race win and extending his championship lead, will now console the fact that he had the pace to do so. And from the back here in race 2, he will definitely try to get a good start again. As we view the rest of the drivers, this is Mohamed Zikri in 8th, right behind Yannick David. Yannick has been in the wars here, but unfortunately Choke Fun has actually gone past him. And look at that, that's Jonathan Tukumili right in front of Choke Fun. So Tukumili has fallen into the clutches of this battle.
Wow.
They say that the wheel is round, and definitely it's gone around south for Jonathan Tukumili.
Yeah, so this battle I think is going to go all the way to the finish line. Just a reminder, we are on that last lap. Leading this race is Joriel Cruz in the Porsche. Second position is Francis Angelo Gonzalez, looking good there. Chris Chong right behind him in third position. Small gap, and then we got Mutic in fourth. And like you said, Takumi Lee in fifth. And Chokvapan sixth. And then that great battle between Yannick David and Mohamed Zikri. Zikri there really looking in the back of him. Oh, they're coming down this long back straight. Zikri's going to go to the outside. Yannick's covering the inside. And, let's see what he can do. Is he going to go try and go? Yes, he goes for the late break. He's going to try and go around the outside.
Wow.
That is a great move. If he can just hold on, he'll have the inside for the next corner. He does have the inside, but Yannick's just going to drive around the outside. Oh, contact between both of them.
Lovely.
I think Zikri just about got away with that. He's just got to cover the inside. Careful not to drive Yannick off the road there because he'll get a penalty for that. And at the moment, he holds the position. Wow, great job there. But I have to go back to the front though because Chris Chong's now all over the back of Gonzalez. There's only 2 more corners to go. Oh, Chris is looking good. But we have to look at the battle at the front though as well because this man. Joriel Cruz is leading comfortably, but look at that. Oh, Chris Chung not able to do it, and Gonzalez is going to hold on for second position. But yes, Joriel Cruz, great win for the Filipino driver. His countryman follows him over in second position. Chris Chong in third, LJ Mutic in fourth, Takumi Lee in fifth, followed by Chok Fan. Zikri holds on for seventh position with Yannick David eighth. Adrian Ferguson has just got a drag to the line and just pips Edward Wong for 9th position. So Edward Wong rounds out the top 10.
Wow, talking about Takumi Lee and Pang, they could be pondering what could have been had it not been for those mistakes and spins. And in fact, they spun around the same corner some more. So the BMWs there a bit tail happy. So the Porsche drivers will have to take note of that and try to force those drivers to mistake. But whatever it is, that is a formality now. We go back up to the front. Joriel Cruz with a very, very, very convincing victory. He just cruised out to the front and never looked back.
Yeah, nicely said. So that's Ferguson there. We're watching it. But of course, we need to focus on this man, Joriel Cruz. The man of the moment. Championship leader extends his gap. This is exactly what he needed. The other drivers behind him are going to be under pressure. Matrillo, who was second in the championship coming to this race, did not have a good race. He finished in 11th position. There he is in the Lotus. Edward Wong third in the championship. He's not third in the championship right now because he did not have a good race. He finished 10th as well. But yes, Joriel Cruz, very happy with that race. And it's a Filipino, 1-2.
And fourth with Mutuch. He might just get away with that penalty get away from a penalty with that collision with Nazir Azman. So you might be right, Alex. That might have been Nazir dropping it by himself. But whatever it is, this is looking good for the Nations Cup for the Filipinos. Waiting for the results, and there it is.
Take us through it, Emma.
Yep, so Joriel Cruz wins in a Porsche ahead of Francis Angelo Gonzalez, who defended like a dog throughout the entire race to finish second. Chris Young, a quiet third, and he didn't have to really do much. He just watched other drivers around him drop it for him. Fourth is Mutuch. Fifth, Jonathan Camili, wondering why it might have been. Sixth is Pang. Seventh was Zikri. Eighth, Yannick David. Ninth, Adrian Ferguson, and 10th, Edward Wong to round out the top 10. Porsche first, the rest were BMWs.
Very good. I thought you were going to forget that, but your memory's better than mine.
Now race 2.
Yeah, race 2, we got a bit of time there. They have a minute between both races where the drivers just got to set the fuel and get ready for race 2. This is a reverse grid, and it's the top 14 again. Oh, I didn't see who was in 14th, but it's going to allow some of the championship leaders like Matrillo and Edward Wong to start at the front, and maybe they can use this race to try and close down the gap to Janelli Cruz.
It's Evan David. So it's one of the David brothers by the front in the first race. He's on pole for this one. So then the lights on the gantry light up here for the second and final time for the bronze class. And we're underway here in Dubai. And it's a good start there for Ken Lau. I think Ken Lau nearly just got a bit of a jump. But no, the second phase of the start is Yevin David who gets a good run with Zeta Arate getting a jump on Francis Matrio. Matrio then watching brief in third as we come around the first corner. It's Yevin David getting the whole shot coming to turn 1. And the Lotus there being swamped by Armada of BMWs. It's a cleaner start this time. Nobody spinning in the infield in race 2, which is nice to see as the field stream into the first sector with Yevin David first, Arate second, Lau third, and Matrio then hoping for a fair race in fourth.
Yeah. So Matrillo just dropping in position there. Oh, he's dropped back. He's got mugged there through those corners. Edward Wong now up to 4th position. Oh, cars spinning everywhere. There's a whole bunch of cars there. Choc Fan was one of them. Yeah, Adrian Ferguson also. So they're spinning there, and they've dropped down to the midfield.
And crucially, that one of them was Francis Angelo Gonzalez. So the man who's finished second in the first race will come away with no points here in the first race. He'll come away with no points in the second. But never mind that for now. Here's the other brother of the David clan, Yannick David, pressuring Francis Matrio. Matrio defends in the middle of the track as, there's a big locker there up in front for one of the BMWs. Yannick goes deep on the inside. He tries to switch back, but no move done yet. So Matrio holds on. Well, actually, spoke too soon. Yannick David goes up to the 5th, and Matrio drops like a stone in a Lotus that is not suited to this track whatsoever in 6th.
Yeah, we saw Matrillo win one of the races in round 1. But yeah, you're right. The Lotus is just getting hammered by the BMWs. Just doesn't seem to have the pace down the straights. Look at the BMW pulling away despite the Lotus being in the slipstream. It's a good handling car, but it's not really working out for him at the moment.
Nope, but yeah, look at that. In the corners, the BMW is struggling a bit. The Lotus is in its element here. But unfortunately, look at the grunts. The BMW's grunt is visual there. You can see how easily you can put the power down on the road for the BMW and can get up to speed real quickly. So unfortunately for Pintrio, he's consigned to just be losing more positions as more and more drivers behind him are lining up to overtake him.
Yeah, let's go on board with the cars behind Matrio. Joriel Cruz, championship leader. Wow, he's got the Lotus in his sights now as well.
Now around the outside, we saw just now Camili tried to go put a move on Angelo Gonzalez. He couldn't do it. He had so many laps to do so, but unfortunately Gonzalez's defending was so well. And we see it here again, Matrio holding on real well from his fellow countryman, Elijah. Is that Mutush? No, that's Janelli Cruz, sorry. Yeah. Joriel Cruz right behind Matrio. Mutush is further behind. As we go back up to the front there, Orate, who was in the Copper Class races now in the Formula 4s, is under attack from Edward Wong. Wong goes onto the inside, brilliant maneuver, and he's now up to second. He wants to chase it.
Janelli Cruz, Joriel Cruz has spun.
Oh my word! Looks like the
championship leader.
Indeed, that's a big moment there in the early stages of the championship. Joriel Cruz there might have been taken out by the driver that he was chasing, which was Francis Matrio. But whatever it is, we'll let the stewards decide that. We go back to the battle up to the front. This is Zacho Arate trying to get back second position from Edward Wong, who did a brilliant switchback maneuver. He comes onto the inside. Wong left the door open a bit too wide there, and Orate is back up to second.
Yeah, he's back up to second for now. Edward Wong, though, all over the back of him. Edward Wong wants that position back, and he's going to look down this right-hander. Is he going to dive down the inside? Oh, yes, he looks down the inside. There's some more contact between the two of them, but it just hangs on for now.
Oh wow, this is almost touring car style on a bigger configuration, shall we say? Because these cars are meant to be Grand Tourers, not in touring cars, but they drive like touring cars. As Edward Wong tries to go to the inside, pressuring Orate there. Orate breaks a bit late, somehow manages to hold on. He didn't want to give way easily that time, and Wong now still in third, but he knows that he could get the move done right there. We saw that just now, a brilliant move coming to turn 7. He could try doing it again next time by.
Bit further back, we're looking at the other brother, Janelli Cruz. He's right in the back of Sri Murugan. Sri Murugan there, oh, with a wide late apex in the last corner. Oh, comes across and gets tagged by Janelli Cruz. Yeah, the stewards are going to be busy again today, I feel.
Yeah, ultra busy day today for them. As we go up to the battle for 5th, this is Ken Lau on the inside of one of the David brothers. This is Yannick this time, and no, Yannick holds the line well around the middle of the track, and he still holds on to 4th. The battle for 2nd there raging on. So if they keep battling like this, Yannick's going to be in a good position to actually battle that for the rostrum.
Yeah, I think he's going to close up, but he's just going to somehow drop Kent Lau a bit if he wants to close up to this battle for 2nd position. And I tell you what, Yevin David, shall I say, is not running away with this. And the two cars here battling for 2nd are closing the gap to him in the lead.
Yep, and it might be a similar case to the 2nd race like in Copper Class where Kondrolakis was in front. He had the lead, but unfortunately not the pace, and he was caught in the final stage, closing stages of the lap. So the same thing might happen here, as we are looking at Chris Chong at the back of the championship leader. Is this Gianelli?
No, the brother.
Yeah, it's Gianelli. So he's on the back of Gianelli Cruz. Similar car colors and similar names. So apologies for that for the Cruz brothers. And so is that shot fun going on the inside? Yes, he is on the inside of his fellow countryman. Lovely move, but does he make it stick? No. Nazir gets back at him, and the battle still rages on between the BMW and the Porsche.
Oh, that's going to go on and on. Let's look at the battle at the front, though. Orate has managed to get away from Yannick David and is closing the gap to Yevin David. So that is going to get very close indeed as well.
Yep. It's within just 8/10 now, and yeah, exactly just happened with the Copper Class race in race 2 with Kondrolakis being caught up by the rest of the field. We thought that the battling drivers would actually give a bit of a breathing space for the driver in front, but unfortunately that's not been the case. As what happened to the guy in third just now? Because I presume that there was another driver in between the... Oh no! That's Gianelli Cruz! Gianelli spins on his own, and now he's dropped it way back into the midfield, and there's his brother going through as well. So Cruz brothers not having a good race in the 2nd race, as Murugan barely just avoids him, and here comes Jonathan Takumi. But what happened to I think it was Edward Wong who was up in 3rd just now, and now he's dropped down to 6th. So you can see why one of the Yannick brothers actually, one of the David brothers actually up to 3rd.
Yeah, so off screen, good catch there. We've missed it. Edward Wong, who was fighting 2nd position, must have had a moment because he's way down in 6th position. It's not a disaster, but yeah, that's not where he needs to be.
Wow, wait. And out of all that, Matrio somehow still manages to still hang on to these guys. So the Lotus at a big disadvantage here. This is not its best track for sure, despite having so many corners. The straights are what's killing it, and he has to resort to doing like that. Look at that, he just went wide there, caughting a bit of the track limit warning. But yeah, he's somehow holding on to these guys, but for sure now he's going to be vulnerable here to the guys right behind him, BMWs.
Here, battle at the front. Orate now is all over the back of Yevin David. Coming down. Oh, here we go into the last, this hairpin here. We move down the inside. And yeah, so Orate is going to definitely be driving in bronze in the next race for sure. He's showing some very good pace in the BMW.
Whoa, a switch back there from Yevin David. Yevin, oh, he hits. I think he did he spin? Looks like he nearly spun it. Yes, he did. And he's into the barriers. Big time. Oh, from the lead, and now back into the midfield. Yevin's race has gone from bad to worse. I think that's a bit on him because he tried an immediate switch back on the inside. Orate already had the line, so he did it onto himself. And unfortunately, Yevin David, look at his face. He's very disconsolate. I think he knew he had the race there. He might just spin again there with contact from Chok Phong Pang.
Yeah, so Orate in the lead now. His brother, the other David brother, Yannick David in 2nd position. Ken Lau all over him. Look at that. You're just talking about your favorite driver, Matrillo, and the Lotus is hanging on there somehow in 4th position.
Indeed. Well, I would say favorite because he was one of the drivers that has been so consistent in the other championships we had so far. In fact, he won the Copper class last time out. So a bit of a baptism of fire here in regards to why he chose the Lotus. It's not the meta car, so he is going to be under pressure from bigger and faster BMWs right in front of him. He's holding on to 4th place right now. Somehow, he's up to 4th, holding on for dear life against Edward Wong in the BMW right behind him.
Yeah, so I think Arate's got an unassailable lead at the moment with only 5 minutes to go. But this battle for 2nd position, it's a 6-car battle. So 5-car battle for 2nd position, and wow, it's I can see it going any one of these drivers at the moment.
Indeed, and in fact, with Yannick David, sorry. Whoa! Matrillo gets taken out there. Edward Wong spins with him. I think the guy behind LJ Mutosh caused the whole thing, and now he has to wait until the other drivers go by. That's why it says Angelo Gonzalez. So more contact between the drivers in the midst of the top 10, and out of all of that, Francis Angelo Gonzalez gains the most positions. He's up to 6. So I think Mutush was the guy that caused the whole thing. He might be incurring the wrath of the stewards because of that. That was a major collision coming through turn 7.
Yeah, very clumsy indeed. Teammates taking out teammates, I believe. So not a good sign there. Arate there, looking good. But then this battle for 2nd position was 5 cars. Now it's only 4.
Wow, and it was such a shame because Matrillo was right in between that battle between these guys. He could easily just gain some points in regards to the championship battle, but now he's well behind. And I think, well, judging by the championship standings we're gonna go, who's leading in the championship right now? Was it Matrillo in the championship lead?
No, Cruz.
Oh, it was Cruz. So
yeah.
Joriel Cruz. Cruz right now, he had a really good first race. He won it this second race, so it might just still be him leading coming into round 3.
Yeah, so Janelli Cruz obviously with that win in the first race would have done him well. Joriel Cruz would have done him well. But it's going to close up for sure. We've got some drivers scoring some good points. Mutic, Gonzalez, Chokvan. But it's such a shame for some of the other drivers, Edward Wong and Matrillo. They really needed to get some points today in the second race, and it did not happen.
Indeed, and the battle still rages on here at the cusp of the top 5 with Chop from by now pressuring LJ Mutoch, the guy who caused that major collision. No, is that's Angelo Gonzalez. Angelo Gonzalez holding on for 6th place, and he's doing the same defending tactics as he did in the first race against Jonathan Tukumili, and he actually managed to extend the gap a bit to Chop Ban, who's under pressure from Nazir Osman. Nazir tries to go on the inside there, but no doing there. It's a tight line coming into the second sector as we go through turn 7 onto turn 8 in that long banking left-hander.
Further back, let's look at some of the other action in the back. Edward Wong there he is in 11th position. Oh, these 2 cars, we have Matrillo and the Lotus, and Edward Wong just behind him in the BMW. These guys sort of 2nd and 3rd coming into round 2, but they're going to lose a lot of points today, and they're going to drop down the standings for sure.
Indeed, and they're just battling here among each other for pride. Well, Wong's now certainly going to get Matrillo coming into turn 10. Goes around the outside. Matrillo defends in the middle of the track. No way through it just about yet. He could get across here, but we saw just now what happened with Yevon David. He could easily go wrong if you touch each other coming through this section. Not yet. He's still holding back. Matrillo goes on the inside. Edward around the outside. Can he get the move done? Well, certainly he can. Look at that. He's got a bit of momentum. But unfortunately, Matrillo shuts the door and he has to wait around for another lap as we could possibly go into the final lap of this race. As we go back to the battle for 15 between Yevon David and Zikri. Zikri moves up to 14th. And 50 right behind him is Jonathan Kumili, who finished 5th in the first race. Yeah,
some very damaged cars. The cars further down, obviously, getting in the walls a bit. And the Yevon David goes down the inside. Some more contact with Kumili. Someone else goes off in front of them and comes back onto the track and almost takes out these 3 cars.
That might have been Henry Ko, I think. Yeah, that might have been Henry Ko, teammate to Jonathan Kumili, who unfortunately has to concede the position here because the bad drivers just came out quite fast. Or was it Ferguson? No, it was Adrian Ferguson. So, still argy-bargy here and into the final lap of the race as Angelo Gonzalez holds on to 6th place still from Chot Fong Bang. Chot Fan really tries to pull off the same maneuvers that Jonathan Camilli did and couldn't do it. Francis Angelo Gonzalez's defending has been really well today. He has put the car where it should be and not caused many major incidents.
Yeah. Just go a little bit back further forward.
Whoa, is that Gonzalez spinning in the background?
Yes, it was Gonzalez spinning. Oh, contact. We've had so many incidents at this track, at that corner. So just another one. Then we've got Matrillo and Edward Wong just coming up behind him. So they're going to be pressuring Gonzalez on this last lap. But we have to go back to the front because there's the leader on the right, Zetric Arate. But Yannick David in second position is under pressure from Kent Lau in the yellow BMW, looking to the outside. Turn 10. And then, of course, behind him got Mutuc as well. Coming from way back, braking way too late. Now through turn 11. Kent Lau, looking to get close. Mutic, I'm very nervous when Mutic sticks a nose down the inside of people because sometimes he can't be a bit careful and not make them do half-hearted moves, which can then pitch the car in front of you into a spin.
And we already saw that just now when Matrio and one of the other BMWs got taken out there. So it is inevitable when you have cars this close to each other. Mutic, unfortunately, has been involved in two close proximity accidents. We're still waiting for confirmation about the Nazi Asma incident. But whatever it is, that battle is paling in comparison to Zetric Arate, who's going to get 2 wins in 2 different classes in one day.
Yeah, so Zetric Arate, the couple winner from earlier on, was allowed to take part in bronze. He asked me if he could because we didn't have full entry list for bronze. And we said, yes, go on. And there he is. He will definitely not be allowed to take part in copper in the next race. Yes, this was a reverse grid race, but he had to pull it off. What a great drive by Arate, and he'll be competing just in bronze in the next round. Well done.
He looks happier this time round compared to last time, where he was a bit pensive, as you said, looking at what was the collision that he did to Ranello Giulia. So still waiting on the results for that one, but nonetheless, this one he more than truly deserved it. Arate takes the win. Yannick David from well behind in the standings in regards to where he started in the second race is finished in second. Ken Lau third, Elijah Mutuc fourth, Chris Chong fifth, Nazir Azman recovering from a spin earlier from what could possibly be a collision from Elijah Mutuc in sixth. Joriel, is it Junelli? Is Junelli Cruz in seventh?
Joriel Cruz.
Joriel, so it's the other brother. So, sorry Filipino guys. Joriel Cruz seventh. Eighth is Matrio, recovering as well. Ninth, Francis Angelo Gonzalez, who had a spin late on, and 10th is Henrico. So that's the top 10 for what was yet another argy-bargy race here at Dubai.
Always argy-bargy. Have to go back to the winner though. Arate, well done. Good win. Managed to stay out of some really close battles in the early laps. And in the end was able to win quite comfortably by over 2 seconds. So, what's that going to do for the championship though? I think Joriel Cruz was very lucky to get back up to 6th position. He will still lead the championship, and he was lucky some of his championship rivals like Gonzalez, Edward Wong, let's also not forget Matrillo. Matrillo had a really tough race where he got punted out, so that he wouldn't have scared. Matrillo eventually finished 9th, but wouldn't have scored that many points. So there you go. Those are the standings. Arate, David and Lau, the top 3. Fastest lap goes to Joriel Cruz, so that's an additional 2 points for the championship leader. Really just restricted the damage in race 2 after dominating in race 1. Okay, well, so that was an exciting race. Again, it was one for the stewards. I know sometimes the drivers don't like coming back to Dubai because there's always contact, always people sticking down their noses down into places they shouldn't be, and but it's great for us. We see a lot of contact, a lot of races. Des is coming up later as well, and he loves the contact, so that's good. It's a pain in the neck for us because we have to sometimes referee that contact, but good fun anyway. What do you think, Amo?
Yeah, indeed. In fact, if anything, it's a bit of a taster for what's coming up next, because I'm looking forward to the next race, the silver class, maybe more the same, but with a bit more of an element of a strategy involved, where we're gonna have a pit stop in between. So it's gonna be fun to watch. Whether a driver falling to the back of the grid will try to do the undercut early and try to get back, or the guys in front will try to stop late, or even a no stop. Who knows? We're just not sure yet.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. We've had copper and bronze, which had 2 15-minute sprint races, the second one being a reverse grid. We now got silver and gold coming up, and those are going to be 40-minute races, like Amo said, with pit stops. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this break.
Things to be aware of organizing eRacing Championship without race room. First, no automated leaderboard would always be labor intensive. Elimination round would be the only way to filter the winners. Having the participants adhering to the schedule would be a huge test. We need to know the task will get bigger when participants increases. Time consuming. Organizing eRacing Championship without race room, it's all need run manually to take down the participants and eliminate them from first round group to final round group. Because it is manual human labor, there bound to be human error. Manual human labor would have a price tag for the man-hours involved. New participants would never have chance. The e-racing clubs in the world will send their best racers to participate the race. But that means your championship exposure is just limited to the e-racing clubs. Why choose race room? Our 3E official championship have fully automated leaderboard. Participants can log in anytime to leave the fastest lap time within the qualifying period. Each of the racers already have their ranks with race room. Next, save time. You can have unlimited amounts of participants in a super short time to qualifying them to final race. Race room can cover unlimited amount of participants. We have a full automated esports ecosystem from qualifying leaderboard to broadcast AI. Besides, race room's free contents lets everyone can participate to the race.